welcome to our Swift Epiphanies. I'm Tanya.
I'm Emery.
As we've experienced all of this Taylor Swift together, I mean, we not only went to the Speak Now tour, we also were able to go to the Red Tour in Salt Lake City, Utah, after we'd moved from Alaska to Utah. We've experienced her new albums together. We've experienced her music videos together. Different things that she's done outside of music and videos, just different things. We every time something new happens with Taylor, we get so excited and we share that with each other. So when Emery was living in Pennsylvania, she was a missionary for our church, and as a missionary for our church, you kind of leave all the pop culture behind. You don't listen to
you're not listening to non-religious music. You're focused solely on religion and helping the people around you. And so I was closed off from
just culture.
I missed 4 albums.
So she's gone. And granted, we were able to talk with each other, but she just wasn't, because as a missionary, you're focused on your service, you're focused on teaching, you're focused on a very spiritual, Christ-centered service. And so you just don't listen to music, you don't watch movies, you don't turn on the TV, you don't do that stuff. You're very, very focused in the work of your mission. And so she did know that these albums were coming out because we were able to talk to each other. But it was so hard for me because I was experiencing the release of Folklore. I was experiencing the release of Evermore, and then her re-release of Fearless and Red. And my mind was so blown. I remember when Folklore came out, I was doing a little bit of a road trip for work, and I just had the music going and I was just entranced. And I was so sad that I was not experiencing that with Emery, that I was doing this on my own. And I felt like it was so magical and so beautiful. And because it was such a different genre than what she'd done before, it wasn't easy to do that by myself and not have that experience together, because everything new that had ever come out, we even if we didn't listen to it at the exact same time, we were there, we were talking to each other about it, we were analyzing it, we were living it, we were doing all that. So it was hard.
And at that point, it wasn't super hard for me. I had been in this space of just blocking it out. It's not super hard to just leave that stuff behind. And so I had just gotten into this space where I'll listen to it eventually, like I'll listen to it later. And so to me, her new releases and her re-releases, I was excited about them, but I wasn't super obsessed or frustrated at the fact that I couldn't listen to them right away. But I remember getting home and a day after I got home, you sat me on the couch and you started playing these songs from Folklore and Evermore for me, and we'd listen to the first 30 seconds and you'd go, oh, what about this one? This one's one of my favorites. And you would switch to these songs, and I loved that moment where you got to share it with me. But I just remember blocking out the music part of that experience because I wanted to be able to listen to the lyrics and listen to her. But besides, like, other than that moment of finally being able to experience it together again was amazing. And we barely skipped a beat. It felt like it always has and always will, that we just immediately fell back into, this is us, this is Taylor, this is our experience together, this is our relationship, and we just immediately started talking about her again together, and just reminiscing on old songs, which I love. With her re-releases, we get to reminisce on all those old songs, and really enjoy the new ones for what they are.